Hey, welcome back everybody to the channel. I hope y'all been doing good. Thank you for the support on the channel so far. Like, subscribe, like as always. We are back with some Rex content though. And let's just say we're in for a doozy, boys. This is like high tier brain rot. We are rolling in Cedrus Forest. This is some crazy crap that goes on over here. Everybody knows about Cedrus Forest and how crazy it is. But these two TTs are being chased by a whole mega pack, and we come in and help them. But hope y'all enjoy. Let's get into it. Me and my buddy survived, or I guess I survived that. My buddy died on his duck, but that was just a lot right off the rip. We logged in, and people are trying to kill those guys in Cedrus. Just two Titans, and they brought like all that for two Titans, which is a little insane to me. But we're able to help them out and kill, I guess, that mega pack they had, mix pack, mega pack. In Cedrus. Cedrus has got some crazy numbers, and then I'm over in, this was Big Quill, and end up killing a couple things. Poor Dasp, and that bar has died. That quick bone break, that crushing bite with two Rexes is insane. They just can't get away from it. That's what I love about the Rex. The quick bone break's pretty good. The normal bone break, I don't like it a ton, cause everything usually hears it like coming, and by that time they run away. So I kind of dislike that bone break. But quick bone break's pretty broke. You can use it for mid tiers, stegos, all that. Hit them with a bone break and then hit them with a second one, and it breaks them all the way, and then you just tank, get behind them, ride their tail, whatever, which I really like about the Rex. I heard they're going to be giving them Mega TLC maybe next. That's what I'm hearing. Alderon's always talking about, giving different TLCs. We'll have to see, but we're over in Dry Fang. I've been playing a little bit of Dry Fang, and we see this Rex, and I sneak up to it, and then my friend was with me and grown her Rex, and this was her first kill, so. GG to that Rex. He had that thick bone break on, so it was a little difficult to kill him, but GG to him, and we got a trophy for the baby, so W. And then this was when we were also helping her grow on her Rex. We bumped into 2 stegos, and there was a baby with him also, and I was in front of my guys, and I ended up face tanking a lot of it and almost dying here. But GG to these stegos. This was a really fun fight. I enjoyed it a lot. And, the ambush was insane. GG to those stegos. I was essentially blackbarred there, so it's a really good fight though. Then pops to a Cedar Forest clip where I absolutely baited a thirsty Discord group. Like most of the Discord groups are in Cedars, they want to jump everything that moves and breathes in Cedars, or they're like, oh, we gotta kill it. But get a good ambush on this Titan in this Pycno and take him out pretty quick. These guys were being annoying with their two birders and owl. They kept trying to kill us and just be all out annoying, and we eventually get them. But I don't know what they're trying to do, really. Like, honestly, like, they really didn't have. If they're like really good players, maybe they could have killed one of us, but like, they were just being passed at this point, and we eventually stop them. We just kill them eventually, and you leave us alone. They try to face tank me. Once I get a bone break on me, I'm like, yeah, it's not happening. I really don't know what this group was doing, to be honest. They were just being pissed. They're trying to fight us like a duck and a Rex. Like, come on. Like, just leave us alone at that point. With mid-tiers is crazy part too. But they got me to half. They tried to phase tank. I wouldn't have done that personally with Bertas, but hey, I don't know. It's not my dino. I wasn't the person playing it, so they did whatever they wanted to do, so whatever. And then eventually I tried to get this Aloe again. He gets butthurt again. And this group was weird because there was a lot more of them, but we kept killing them. So they kept coming back on like different things. And the first time we killed them, they're all in apexes in that swamp. They had the Sucho, the couple, I think it was like a couple Spinos, 1 or 2 Rexes that we ended up killing. And then they brought back like all mid-tiers to like try to kill us. And then they had a couple hats like try to wing beat us off and stuff. And it was like, what are you guys doing? Like, leave us alone at this point. Like, y'all aren't doing much. Y'all are just being annoying. So I don't know. Some of these Cedrus people like are interesting. They just want to keep messing with you, and they keep dying, and they just keep coming back. And it's like, okay, like, come on. Like, at this point, I'll leave. I'm not bored of like killing it because they don't know when to learn their lesson, and they come back like super quick. But I see the hats fall down, and I go for the hats and kill it, and the aloe dies shortly after. I had to give that a little salty teabag. He was just being a little brat. I don't know how my first bone break missed, but then I saw this like duck pull up behind me, just out of like the corner of my eye. I saw him pull up, and then he hid behind the tree for like a little bit, and I'm like, "There's no way this duck is with these guys." But apparently, they had one of their buddies hop on a duck, so they needed a duck, a aloe, and a hats to try to kill a Rex and still lose. So I was eventually gonna walk over there. This duck is just over there just peeping at me. I'm just like, okay, buddy, you have no life, obvious. So I heal up, get my ravenous. I'm like, he's probably gonna come mess with me. I know what these type of people are like. they lose a couple people. They're like, oh, let me go switch because we can't kill a Solar X. Because my buddy logged up at this point. He was like, I think we did good. I think this is a good point for me to get out of here. And then I was like, oh, I'll do the same. And then I heard the aloe, and I was like, shoot, I'm gonna see if I can't get him. And I end up like trying to get him, and then they had hats with him, so they messed with me. But this duck sees me. I'm like, oh, he's definitely gonna go for me. I'm like, he's definitely with that group, and I act like I'm low, so I run up and try to get away from him, and he takes it. He takes the bait. He's like, oh, Rex is running. I would keep bait this dude though. He falls right into my bait, like right into the trap, like a mouse going for a chunk of cheese. And I just kill this alpha critter real quick, because I know that guy's gonna come up. There was tons of them, and they were just like bad at the game. But I bait this guy down with like, I bait him with the classic like lay down. And of course this dude's like, oh my gosh, he's laying down, let's get him. And I don't know what this duck was doing at this point. He thinks he's hit. I'm like, I obviously see you actually, like my Rex laid looking at you, like what are you doing? And he tries to go for him. It's just like, okay dude, this is like the type of guys who should not have apexes in this game, but they have an apex somehow. Drop another one of them. Give him a salty teabag too. But yeah, land duck versus Rex, it can't match her. And now since they nerfed I think it's the Riptide on it, so it's kind of but just got to use it more in the water now since it's just not very good for land. Then end up rolling up to this pond, and we end up seeing a couple Rexes, and we tear through these guys pretty quick. There was a couple, it was a couple mid tiers on them, but we end up killing these guys pretty quickly with just our Rex and our duck. Got to get that extra damage in with that call too. GG to those Rexes. And I just got Mel in my Rex recently. It looks so good on the Rex. I love it. And then we were up in Cedars, and this was up like the main river, and there ended up being a Spino. We were trying to fight. He wouldn't fight, and then his Spino buddy rolls up, and we decide to fight him before he gets support. Once they get support, then they change, but get a full bone break, and then we just kind of face tank him, and he's kind of blocked in. But I'm also taking a lot of damage because I'm freaking Rex meant for water. I mean for land. kill me. Underestimated that baby. Way, like, underestimated that baby so much, actually. And he did up, like, I was pretty low, but he did a lot of damage and just got on my feet. I was like, dang, little bugger. But he eventually ended up killing me. But it is what it is. GG on that baby though. But that other spinal ran. And then this was one group we jumped, and they had crazy numbers. But this Rex wouldn't fight. He kept crouching, and I told my buddies, I'm like, there's definitely more stuff here than just this Rex. So when people like usually end up doing this, they got a group nearby, and if we would have let him live, he would have been like 5 minutes later been jumping us. If that, he would have been with his 5+ dinos or 3 to 4+ dinos just jumping us. So when I ever go into like a hot spot, I'm always killing everything because I don't trust it. And sure enough, go over into the freshwater ponds right here, and sure enough we see like their whole group, and we're like, oh dang, okay. So my call was straight on. There was a bunch of apexes over here that we end up fighting and clearing them out with just a couple of us. Essentially dropped everything there. That was a good fight though. But once I got quite a few face bites on that Rex, I told my one buddy, I'm like, yeah, you should be able to just face tank that. That's easy. And then I was able to help out my duck buddy kill that pretty quickly. And then this was a pretty awesome clip. My buddy was on his Tylo, and I was on my Rex just stalking around Big Quill. And there was 2 Titans that we ended up killing with a Tylo and a Rex, which was an awesome fight. He was able to help me out, kill these guys, and then a random rampy came in and gave me I believe it's 25% increase damage, but he bomb breaks and I go and just absolutely destroy these guys. GG on those Titans. I don't think they really expected a Rex to come out of nowhere like that, because they didn't hear my call either. I did it far enough back, and they were trying to fight the tiles, so they just didn't hear the call, didn't see me coming. But W to the Rampy, who came in to clutch that. The Rampy was definitely, I think, a big factor in that fight with the damage buff. But then we end up, this was another group we were fighting. They had this Rex that took us to a trike, and we end up killing both of them. But just these Cedrus groups, they'd be running with like, I fought the same group the other day, except they were fighting with somebody else, and they had like triple the numbers. They had like 15 people in Cedrus fighting this group we fought. I think it was like this group, Summer Breeze's group, that I fought multiple times and killed multiple times and cleared her group out a lot. And then another, I think it was Uncle something that came in and was fighting her group and killed us too. He had like probably 10 to 15 dinos on, which is crazy. But these Heaters groups are interesting. Ends up being a decent fight though, but I almost killed my one buddy and then gets my other buddy decently low. But yeah, these Heaters groups be crazy. You find some okay, like decent fights sometimes, but usually it's like you're fighting double the numbers, triple the numbers sometimes, and it's like okay. But last clip of the video, we end up fighting a couple of Rexes. But hope you all enjoyed. Like, sub as always. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video in the comment. But thank you, I appreciate y'all. Rammeat out.